Welcome to day 3, Bahamas with Bob, the Island House Invitational Triathlon. We're sponsored by Island House, by Cervelo, by Gatorade Endurance, official charity More Than Sport. We're airing on Babbittville.com. My next guest, 3-time Xterra world champion, coming off of just winning the Olympic ITU World Championship down in Mexico. Flora Duffy, you have been one busy girl.
Hi, yeah, it has been a pretty crazy busy year, a lot going on.
Not even to mention the Olympics.
Yeah, those two, they were squeezed in there.
Oh my God. So what was the Rio experience like for you?
Yeah, Rio, I mean, it was incredible to race there on Copacabana Beach.
Yes.
I mean, it's so iconic, and we had amazing crowds. The course was great with the hill. And, you know, personally for me, I mean, it was a solid result, top 10. I was very happy with that. And I think if you told me at the beginning of the year you'll finish 8th, I would have been over the moon.
Yeah.
But then as the year sort of progressed, expectation did as well. And I sort of got chucked into the potential medal category,
Yes.
which, you know, I knew would be a long shot. But with a very specific race, it could have happened, but it's okay. I had a great race, and I'm happy.
Great
and
experience.
The experience was fabulous, and everyone in Bermuda was super proud, and we're watching and cheering. So, yeah, that was pretty incredible.
Well, I'm 3-time Olympian now.
Yeah, 3-time Olympian. Yeah.
So compare those. You know, Beijing, London, Rio. I mean, I don't think you can find 3 more diverse cities.
No, they're definitely very diverse, and each experience was also very diverse. You know, in Beijing, I think 20. Geez, I have to really wind back.
Yeah.
20 years old, didn't really know too much about the sport and had a pretty bad race there. And then London, I think I was in college at the time, and then unfortunately crashed. So actually going into Rio as sort of one of the contenders and finishing top 10 was a fabulous experience.
And what I liked about Rio was it was a challenging course. A lot of times the bike courses are sort of cookie cutters, but the uphill and then technical downhill, and you must have looked at that and thought, this is good for me.
Yeah, I mean, the course was great. That hill was, it was tough, and the descent.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was so steep, it was almost hard to get away. You had to push pretty big monster watts to break away,
there,
you know?
Yeah.
And I think I go into a lot of races now really marked.
Yes.
So I tried to get away on the first lap, and Nicholas Spierig was also with me, but as soon as one of us makes a move, you know, like 5 girls jump on us, and yeah, the race was pretty locked down.
And once that happens, it's just impossible to get away.
Exactly, yeah.
So coming off of the Olympic experience, then Cozumel, and you win down there, right? You finished the WTS season with the World Championship. That had to be really, really special.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I sort of knew it was going to take a really, really big performance if I wanted to secure the overall. You know, I was coming in first, but Gwen Jorgensen was just behind me.
Right.
And I knew if she won the race, I had to finish second, which is no easy feat in a WTS race. But yeah, everything just played out perfectly to my strengths. Got in a little swim breakaway. We stayed away on the bike. And then, yeah, I felt great running. And it was almost like the race I wanted to have in Rio.
Yes.
Sort of unfolded a month later.
I wondered about that.
If you know, if I had to have a spectacular race on one of those 2 days, I mean, it's okay that it happens at Worlds to be world champion.
Yeah. And then you come off of that, and then you go back to Xterra for your 2-time defending champion. Obviously marked there. People know, we can't let Flora get away. And I heard this year was like sloppier and muddier than ever.
Yeah, this year was crazy muddy. I mean, we just got so much rain in the week leading into the race that, you know, a lot of the parts of the course were just unrideable. It was just such deep mud. And so that caused a little bit of panic in the lead up to the race, because obviously tire selection is crucial in Xterra. You know, it's like the details in tire pressure, what tire you're running, are like night and day. So yeah, it was a little unsure of, what tire do I run? And then the day out there, it was just brutal. Just a lot of hike-a-bike, just covered in mud. Your bike was just unrecognizable at the end. And it was definitely very, very Xterra-like.
And did you win by something like 10 minutes or something like that?
I did, yes.
I 02.
That doesn't usually happen.
No,
so.
when you win by Leslie Patterson was second, and she's 10 minutes back. I mean, that's called domination.
Yeah, well, I think I got a little lucky because the swim had some pretty big surf.
Yes, you like that.
And I like that, and I'm a pretty strong swimmer, so I really use that to my advantage, and that sort of set my race up nicely.
Because a lot of times it's usually a fairly mellow swim there.
Yeah, it's been mellow the past couple years, but then finally
still
the
the
surf
ocean.
came to play, and it was fun.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're from Bermuda. The surf is good.
Exactly, yeah.
So you come here. Last year you were here, and you were third here last year. And you get invited to come to beautiful Bahamas, and $500,000 in prize money, right? Last year, even if there was 10 pro men and women, if you finished 10th, you got $10K. That's not a bad thing. This year, you got to race well, be top 10 the first 2 days to get to the island to potentially make at least 10,000 and as much as I think it's 60K for first, something like that.
Yeah, I think it is.
So talk a little bit about last year racing against folks you might not have raced that much against. I'm in a Carfrey and some of the Ironman and 70.3 athletes.
Yeah, so coming into last year, I'd never met a lot of the long course athletes that were here, so that was actually pretty cool. To meet like the Wurtels, and then, I see Renee and Tim in Boulder a lot, but just to hang out with them like socially and stuff, that was really cool. And obviously racing against them. But we were lucky that the format last year really played out to the strengths of the short course people. There was a lot of drafting involved, road bikes, so for us short course athletes, last year was definitely, our year. But
little payback this year?
Yeah, a little payback this year for sure.
Time trial bikes?
Sticking us on TT bikes.
No drafting.
Yeah, so, coming third last year was great. So I would love to obviously finish third or better this year. But there's a lot of time trialing to be done, and I'm definitely a strong rider, but time trialing is very specific, and I haven't done much of it, so I'm not the best, I would say. I like a lot of corners and technical aspects. We'll see.
So do you have the aero helmet and you got the bars and all the long distance stuff?
I have the full-on TT bike, my Scott Plasma, which looks the part. It's just me that needs to be one with the bike.
The bike doesn't know. If you're sitting on it, it figures, oh, she's a TT person. Come on.
Yeah. And I have the Road Aero helmet, which I thought I think it's great. I race ITU in it, but apparently here everyone's like, no, you need to have the proper TT helmet. But
You're fine.
Yeah,
come on.
It's more comfortable and it looks cooler.
Now, ITU, obviously, you guys transition a lot. You guys transition and you lose a race in transition. 1 second here, 1 second there. The race tomorrow has 5 transitions, I think. You go swim, run, bike, swim, run. And that seems like it favors the ITU athletes, except for the fact that you got that 40K time trial in the middle of it, or on the time trial bars. How do you train for something like that? Or do you?
Yeah, I didn't do any specific training for it. Maybe I think some people did. For me, I had to build for Maui, prepare for that. So I spent a lot of time on my mountain bike and doing some longer base endurance work, which should help me this weekend as well.
Yeah.
But in terms of doing any of the run and swimming and all of that, I don't know. I didn't really. Just gonna hope my ITU transition skills, I don't know, really come into their own this weekend. We'll see.
What's interesting is having, you're one of the few athletes who can do ITU and do Xterra. You don't see a lot of crossing over there, right? Javier Gomez, but there's not a lot. How do you balance your year between the ITU and Xterra?
There's a lot of similarities and obviously a lot of differences between the two. I spend part of my year in Stellenbosch, South Africa, so when I'm there, I ride my mountain bike a ton. The trails there are incredible, and there's a really great mountain biking community, so I neglect my road bike and ride my mountain bike a lot there, which sort of brings my skills up. And then, when I'm in Boulder, I ride a little less just because I'm focusing more on the road, and particularly this year with Rio, it was definitely more road orientated. But it's just, it's riding a bike. You get on for the first time in a couple weeks, you haven't ridden your mountain bike, and then a couple rides, and you just feel just as comfortable. So for me, I'm lucky that I spend part of the year there, and Also, my boyfriend Dan, he used to race Xterra,
Dan,
so
oh, yeah, I
he taught
remember.
me sort of everything he knows about Xterra, which has been nice. And yeah, I mean, I had to try and keep up with him, so I had to learn pretty quickly on the mountain bike.
You really did.
Yeah.
Now, do you see yourself going for 2020 in Tokyo?
Yeah,
Go for number
2020
4?
is definitely the goal, yeah. I feel like I'm just starting to get the hang of this ITU stuff, so I'm not really ready to move long yet.
There's really no reason.
Yeah, no reason, and I mean, I can't see myself really ever with Ironman. Don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. Maybe 70.3. The fact that 70.3 Worlds are in South Africa in 2 years
I
is
was
kind
wondering
of
about that.
a little draw, but no, Tokyo is definitely the main goal. I would love to improve upon my 8th place finish. So
and you know, how many people have gone to 4 Olympics? I mean, that
yeah,
would be
I mean,
pretty
that would
cool.
be pretty cool. Yeah,
That would be really cool.
yeah.
The rest of the season, do you finally get a break after this? You've been a busy girl.
Yeah, it's been very busy. I don't know how I've actually managed to come here with such a.
I mean, you
I don't know.
flew
I still
from
feel
Maui
pretty motivated.
Here.
Yeah.
How much travel was that? Maui to Bahamas?
Yeah, it's about 3 flights. Maybe it was like 11 hours of flying time. So it's a long haul. It was far, but yeah, I feel all right. I'm definitely a little on the edge. It can't go super hard, otherwise I'm completely over this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I take a break after this. I did have one other race planned, but I think I'm gonna pull the plug there and just have some downtime. I think I need a big holiday after this
Yes.
pretty huge, intense year.
Yeah. Best race ever. The race that meant the most to you.
Cozumel. Easy, I mean.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Like, I felt like I was coming into that race as the underdog and I had this huge opportunity and...
Even though you were leading the series.
Yeah, but then I just had the perfect race. Just swim, bike, run. Just sort of... Just did it and it was cool. I could tell, the crowd, knew I was the underdog and, as each lap of the run went by, the more they were just whoa, she's gonna do this. You could just sort of feel it.
And they're sort of
And
waiting for someone.
Just super special, yeah. I could grab the Bermuda flag as I was running down the blue carpet. I mean,
That doesn't happen very often.
yeah,
because
my mom
usually
was in the
someone's right there.
stands. Yeah, I know. So I was like, wow, this is never gonna happen again. So enjoy this, Flora. And it was magic. It was cool.
I love that. Congratulations on an
thank you.
amazing year. And obviously, we'll hopefully see you on the island on Sunday.
Yes, I hope to be there. That would be good.
Flora Duffy has been our guest 3 times. Julie Dibbins won there 3 times in a
Yeah.
row. Now you've won there 3 times in a row. That's pretty good company.
Yeah, so she's got to come back next year.
Julie, did you hear that? Dibs, you got to come
So
back.
much
Flora
smack
wants
talk.
to take you down. I love that. This again is Bahamas with Bob, and that is a wrap for day 3 from the Island House Invitational Triathlon. We'll catch everybody tomorrow.